Have you checked the children?
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes that is better.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the horror show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Marcia.
I'm eating Fuego. Here.
Robert Duell.
And we are here to react to, I think, five trailer reactions. That's not 555. That is just 5. So, all right. So we're going to start, though, with Marcia's and I anticipated one, which is the 3rd season of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Yay! Now, they actually released both a music video and an actual trailer, so we're just going to look at the trailer, but there is a music video that I might watch with Marcia before she bounces tonight. So, here we go with Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Now, real quick, just so everyone's on the same page, Marcia and I have watched this all. Robert, are you up on all of it, or you are? Okay,
oh,
and then
nice.
Fueguissimo haven't watched any of it.
I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah, I was actually pretty skeptical in the beginning of it. And then, yeah, within like the first 3 episodes, I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
Season
it's like,
2
oh,
was...
they went dark. Good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
season
Sweet.
2 is amazing.
See why we asked Robert to join? He's very in line with a lot of us, so it works out for. I mean, Marcia and him have completely opposite tastes apparently, based on their Patreon reviews.
That's okay. That's okay.
But that's all right. We need that variation.
Makes it interesting.
Indeed. All right, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
You know what must be done, Sabrina. Claim the throne.
Oh.
Save precious Greendale. Your boyfriend.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow.
Dude, they don't skimp on production design on this show.
You can't keep going on like this. It can't be all hell all the time. Sigils apertas. It's not all hell. It's all Nick.
The balance is off in hell, so it is off in heaven, so it is off on earth. To preserve one realm, you must preserve them all. Embrace your destiny, Sabrina.
Hell's under new management now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Will you help me?
Here we go again. If you want the crown, you're going to have to prove yourself worthy of it.
That's my girl.
Being queen of hell isn't a summer job. You're putting the coven in peril just so you can see your boyfriend.
Forget about me. You have a coven to save.
Save Greendale, my family, my friends, everything I love. All right, Sailor, let's finish this.
Yeah. That's a well-edited trailer. Man.
Oh,
See, and I like...
so good.
First purgatory, now hell. What's next? Heaven.
Oh.
What are they implying? Interesting.
It's here's what I can say about this show. I can't watch certain young adult supernatural shows because I'm starting to feel creepy old about it.
I kind of
yeah.
felt a little bit like that watching this
No,
trailer,
this is not
honestly.
one. This is dark enough, and they're doing adult enough things that I feel okay still watching this, and it satisfies that youngin' in me still, where I'm like, okay, I'm not being creepy. This is just that dark.
Yeah.
Like, I really like it. Like, I watched the first episode of Light as a Feather, or the first season of Light as a Feather. That came back, but after watching the first season, I'm like, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, this is for people dudes and women much younger than me. But Sabrina is still holding true to that sort of all ages horror attraction as long as you can get down with the old. This is very pulpy stuff nowadays. Like, it's got the slick CW look, but it is very pulpy material that we're getting. Like, and I mean pulpy, like, Pulp Fiction is what is Tarantino's homage to the old pulp storytelling, and this is very pulp storytelling when you break it down and strip away the CW-ness. And so I'm appreciating it on that level. I'm still appreciating it on the sort of slick CW level as well.
Yeah.
But it's just really well done, dark, fun stuff that we just haven't seen done. We had Buffy, right? That was a female-centric horror thing. So I won't step on your... I'll let you pick up the ball and run with it. But this feels like an even more empowered Buffy.
Yeah, and it's like when you're talking about, you know, like nowadays watching younger horror TV or movies, how it just we can at this time in our lives we're like, yeah, that's for a different generation, that's not for us. But this makes me feel pulls me back to Buffy, where it was all ages, and it was, CW type of. It wasn't CW, but it was that kind of.
It was WB at the time.
It was WB,
well, it was
right?
eventually CW. When they were still-
Yeah, I know.
Right, but like this is the type of material anybody can get. All generations can kind of get behind. It's a strong story. It's dark. It's not like this teeny bopper like Riverdale.
Well, and Riverdale was meant to be in this universe,
right?
But they just went to CW instead. So Riverdale is actually supposed to be really dark and like this.
I thought it was supposed to be darker than what it actually.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Well,
How far did you watch into it?
Oh, I guess I'm only like 2 seasons in.
Okay, because season 4 apparently it gets crazy. And
yeah,
stuff, so I don't know.
but
I believe you.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like this is good to get behind, and it's for all ages. This is definitely something that's going to last. I think that as long as, I think this could last a pop culture. Like, I really do. I think they keep going in this way and being more creative and pulling different elements and stuff. I don't see why this would go down.
Just real quick before Fuego jumps in, I got to say, what's interesting about these, the way they're marketing them as parts 2 and parts 3, it makes you feel like they have an end game in mind,
right?
Instead of just here's a new season.
Yeah.
Who knows where we're gonna go? This is like, no, this is part 3. This is a 5 or 6 part thing that we have in mind.
And I appreciate that because it's like you don't overstay your welcome.
Sorry, I mean,
you don't have to worry about them jumping this shark because they already know where they're going.
Yeah, they're not gonna lost this where they're like, oh, this is so good, we need to add 2 seasons of bullshit. You know what I mean?
Beat a red-headed dead horse, as I often say. Since I'm the only, but yet
that's good again
kind
now,
of
though.
Found their stride a little bit again. This is a show that I've never watched a single episode of, and yet it's all of the recommendations from my friends and people in the industry beyond you guys that makes me feel like I need to, because it visually doesn't do it for me. Visually, it does look too glossy. It does look too CWE to me. And if you're all proclaiming the strength of the storytelling is what rises above it, I mean, I love the look of this guy right here, and I mean, she's
you'll like the
pretty
characters
and seems
if you
like
give it a
quirky
try.
and cool and whatnot.
It's really the characters,
and it does get dark though. There's some scenes in
Very
there
dark.
that you're like, holy shit, they did that.
She straight up snaps another girl's neck at one point without ruining anything.
Yeah,
Like,
Buffy is one of my favorite shows ever.
At one point, she gets super brutal. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're a badass.
Like this is okay. Sorry,
go ahead.
No, but I mean, just to sound it off, since I don't really have a lot of context with which to say, I mean, Buffy is one of my favorite TV series of all time, and I kind of can see those vibes, but it looks more polished and just like a little. I don't know, some of these male characters, especially that I'm seeing on here, I'm just like kind of rolling my eyes.
You just gotta get, but even adult, even all dudes that are in the right shape.
Diaries, like very teen.
Everyone
Wolf,
shows
like
their build on camera.
The girls can show their titties. They can show their chest too. Okay?
It's not even that. It's just the look
on.
of some of these guys. I don't know. I mean, it's like face and like expressiveness and more so than anything. But I mean,
they're better what you than what you're
it does look much darker, especially here before we get the final title credit scene and everything with all of the different zaniness going down. It's what, 10 episode seasons or 8, 10, 12, 10? Yeah.
2 10-episode seasons and a Christmas episode in between.
Yeah,
which I remember.
You can truck through it, dude. I mean, if you got to get through Supernatural,
I know,
for our panel, so you got to catch up on that. It's really good this season too.
I saw Sam kind of smooch with somebody who I have no idea who the heck it even is. So.
I don't know. I haven't watched if they've come back since the.
They have come back.
Okay, I need to watch that. Robert,
gotta catch up on that.
Back,
no, I'm super excited about this. But yeah, like originally when this first came out, I wasn't very on board for it. Like it took me about, I would say, a good couple months until it was already out, and then I started it.
Okay.
And within that first like 2-3 episodes, just binged the crap out of it. I like this show a lot more than I thought I ever would, and it was more so because of the darkness and the brutality of what they went with it. Like some of those kills in there were awesome, and it's like as soon as they showed that tone, you knew exactly what you're in for.
Well, and I like the whole family too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a cool aspect. Some of the main girls acting from time to time kind of bugs me.
Okay.
Like I will say that, but overall, like I think everyone does a great job in this show.
Yeah.
The effects are awesome. Like, especially you see in this new season You like that the zombie dude or whatever and everything. Like that looks awesome.
Yeah, the set design and the costuming all looks very well done. There's definitely a significant budget behind this show, as someone who's never even watched it can attest to.
But even in like the first season and everything, like the sets and everything, like the creature designs, like
on point,
primo.
All right, so it sounds like we're all on board for this, and maybe even Fuego might give it a try at some point. So why don't you guys let us know in the comments down below what you thought of that? We're going to roll into the second trailer here, and that is going to be
talking about the first trailer
for Hunter's Moon. Now, this one is a Thomas Jane werewolf movie.
Oh, cool!
Oh, that's right. I love some Thomas Jane.
I love Thomas Jane too. Ever since Deep Blue Sea.
Another werewolf movie.
Deep Blue Sea for me, but
yeah,
good werewolf movie. Well, hopefully good. Let's see.
Yeah,
all right, Hunter's Moon. 3, 2, 1, go!
The Mist.
Oh,
there's a
Steven
pre-trailer
Dorff.
for this.
Steven Dorff.
I love Steven Dorff.
Oh wow.
Digging holes.
It's
Oh shit. Oh, and that's
Lionsgate. Wow.
Anyone to not travel alone.
That was the end of Steven Dorff.
Search for this killer.
Juliet, look, I know you're not happy about the move, but you have to trust me. This is what's best for our family.
Never move.
Those guys got some good actors in here so far.
Yeah.
Moving is terrible in the horror genre.
Moving is apparently one of the most
Any luck
stressful
on
things
locating them
you can do.
boys?
No, Sheriff.
Let's call them seriously. What we came for. Come on.
Please, you don't have to.
You've got to be kidding me.
Good evening, ma'am. Is everything okay?
Ooh.
Do you think it's the cop?
The danger inside.
I want you to close that
Oh,
They got the voiceover.
They got the voiceover again.
Get out of the way.
To the evil outside.
Barricade all the windows. Nobody else is coming. How
I
much
kind of miss
gas you got
trailers
in
like
that
that.
truck?
Thomas Jane. Jane Moore.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sean Patrick Flannery. Katrina Bowden. It got inside. Hunter's Moon.
Okay.
I thought I was
Straight to
watching
DVD.
Honest Trailers for a
Yeah.
moment there.
I'm pretty sure that's who it is.
To the Screen Junkies Brigade.
Yeah. All right. So it looks okay. I mean, if I see it, I see it. I'm not gonna seek it out personally. Marsh Parker.
I mean, it looks kind of fun in a way. It's like, okay, so just move to town, get, burglarized. That turns into a werewolf eating everybody. So that's interesting. Thriller thrown in horror mix, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Unless it comes out on something that I actually watch, like streaming wise, I probably won't have an opportunity to watch it. But it looks decent enough.
Fuego.
Yeah, when I saw those 3 girls in the backseat, it was just like, ugh, this movie doesn't bode well. I don't know. I think werewolves are unsung as far as, like horror, like villains, and even just storytelling goes. I wish we made more werewolf films. I know they're often expensive to make a good-looking werewolf as far as makeup, prosthetics, costuming, whatever the hell it all entails. So that's probably a deterrent. It's easier to make zombies and, vampires and things like that. So with Thomas Jane's involvement, that's really the main thing that gives me interest in this film. Aside from that, really not much. It looks super by the books. So, what are you thinking, man?
Robert?
I'll probably check this out. I'm always down for a werewolf movie. My biggest thing is like I judge it by the effects of the werewolf personally.
Always.
Because there was one
That's Jane Moore, no way.
Yeah.
Okay, and
yeah.
it wasn't.
That's what I was trying to figure out in the
it was-
beginning and everything. But yeah, no, it was totally him.
And I thought that was Dorff. It was actually Sean Patrick.
Yep.
Yeah,
Flannery,
Sean Patrick Flannery, yeah.
from Boondock and Young Indiana Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Young Indiana Jones
I forgot he
Chronicles.
played him.
Yeah, he was actually pretty good in that.
Yeah.
Man.
No, honestly, I'll check this out.
All right. So kind of a tepid response, but some of us will check it out. So why don't you guys let us know what you thought of the trailer for Hunter's Moon as we roll into the next one. This is the other unknown, and then the next two we can at least speak to a little bit. So this one is called Sanzaru. It's a Slam Dance trailer, and I don't know much
mean?
about it, but let's give it a try. Well, Slam Dance is a film festival.
Oh, okay.
It's very, very big like Sundance.
I thought it was a type of like break dance.
Nope, Slam Dance Film Festival. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Expressive dance.
Up already?
Oh no.
1, 2, 3.
Someone has taken my things. I'd like to ask that young boy.
That's Evelyn's nephew, Mama.
I don't think.
No, let me talk to him right now.
Uh-oh. Don't slap him.
What's going on?
Don't slap him.
Take anything.
It's okay if you did. But it shouldn't be in that room.
There's something wrong with this place.
The garage. Who does it belong to?
I like the
Something
score.
horrific. I have these dreams.
What? This is a Jaime movie.
I'm sure that wake up,
It's A24 in the making.
you know?
Sanzaru.
Ang lahat, ang bawat lahat.
Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say I wasn't intrigued.
Yeah.
So that's the most I can say. It doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't... I don't know. I don't know what to make of it outside of the fact that I'm curious about it. So I guess that means it's an effective trailer, and I really, really liked the score behind it. That, you know, like that kind of stuff. I dig on that. Marcia?
I feel like this is a movie that you watch and then you leave going, I don't know what just happened.
Okay.
And maybe that's just me. I don't know. It's got that feeling like, okay, is it a haunting or is it just like an evil presence or gateway to hell, which is probably a gateway to hell or something evil, and that like just takes over the family, and someone is gonna get killed brutally. I'm sure. I don't know what's gonna happen to the cow that I'm worried about.
That's a dream sequence, I think.
I'm worried about the cow.
Another cow.
You're always worried about those
Fueguissimo?
amateurs. This one did not do it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to at least give me enough of a taste of potential plot to get me intrigued enough at this point when I've watched so many films of this similar ilk, and this one didn't give me enough of a little even breadcrumb that I could potentially want to trace the trail. So, I mean, it's well edited. I did like the score as well, as you mentioned. Performances don't look particularly bad, but I don't feel intrigued. I will give credit on a filmmaking standpoint, but that's really about it. So.
Okay. Robert?
I'll check this out, honestly. Yeah, like what Fuego was saying, there's not really too much of a hint on like plot stuff, but how it's edited, it intrigues you on to go and watch it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still not really sure on like to really make up onto what even is going on.
I kind of like that.
They jumble
though.
around.
I like
it's
going
nice,
into a
sometimes
movie
it
that, like
works.
Hereditary.
Yeah.
You go into a movie, you don't really know what to expect,
Yeah.
and then you're like, you just let it unfold in front of you, and you're like, oh wow.
Yeah, and honestly, that's why
and that feels like it could be
I probably
this.
will watch this and
I think
everything
you're
just
gonna be
just because of
I
it.
might be, but I fully acknowledge that, Marcia. I'm just saying it's got that kind of a movie feel.
If Toni Collette was in it, I would give it a chance.
Fair enough.
It does look like it's going to be a very slow for
Yes.
the majority of the movie.
But I feel like it's going to be building in the right ways,
Yeah.
though. But,
Hopefully,
all right.
hopefully.
So why don't you guys let us know what you thought of the trailer for Sanzaru, and we're going to roll into our second to last trailer. This one is one that I can talk about because it is called October Faction. Now, this is a Netflix series that is based on a comic book called October Faction of the same name, obviously, that was co-created by Steve Niles. Steve Niles created 30 Days of Night, amongst many other things. This is also, I believe, a vampire tale, but it might not be. It might just be October Faction, I never really read the book, but it's a popular comic book, popular enough to spawn the series. So I guess we'll all find out together. I might be projecting that vampire thing due to 30 Days of Night. So
wishful thinking.
3, 2, 1, go.
Agent Dolores.
Josh Hartman.
Being a parent is hard. Except in our case, of course.
Oh, her.
You don't have to do this, you know.
Can't let you go.
Yes, you can.
Ooh.
Nice conversation.
Told you.
All signs point to a highly active October. I need my top agents.
Welcome to Presidio.
Presidio's sole aim isn't killing monsters. It's understanding them. How are Viv and Jeff handling the transition?
Viv and I are being cruelly ripped from our lives and dragged into Pleasantville.
17-year-old twins. Scarier than anything I've ever faced in the field.
Wow. Parents of the Year.
Evil ways.
Hey, girl.
It's like another Monster of the Week.
Seances freak me out.
I don't know.
We should totally do one.
Right?
You saw something, didn't you?
What's happening?
The cell's been taken out.
Why can't they just fucking say comic books?
It's of like an elevated.
Oh, it's gotta be graphic novel.
What the hell? I drew this before the accident.
I literally wonder if our comic reviews would be better if I build them as
You
graphic
okay?
novels.
Like it or not, some things in this world need killing.
My parents are busy saving the world.
Oh, Jeff, you are too much.
I hate October.
All right.
I'm into it.
I'm into it. Oh wow, that's close. That's the day
Sabrina.
before Sabrina.
Oh,
so,
cool.
all right.
Oh,
Well, it's
I'm gonna be
apropos that we're
busy.
doing all these. So
You're busy in
I'll
January.
definitely watch this. I'll watch this
Yeah.
before I watch Dracula. Because
Probably.
yeah, I mean, look, I'm on board for Monster Hunting Society. If it ends up being vampire centric, fine. But I'm on board for Steve Niles. I like these actors. I like the idea, and it's enigmatic enough. That looks like a different vampire with the fucking,
Different
you know,
monsters,
like
yeah.
So I'm on board for this. I'm definitely gonna check out at least the first episode. I have this and Sabrina to finish within 2 weeks before Lock and Key starts.
Oh my God.
That's fine though. I can
Quickly
crank. I can get through these in 2 days each. But I'm gonna be on this. I'm gonna watch this, and you'll definitely see a review on the channel. If it's only from me, fine. But let's find out. Will it only be from me, Marcia?
No, I'm into it. I'm a huge Supernatural fan. I love Monster of the Week shows, and that actually this looks like it'll develop into something more. So I'm excited. It looks like it's well done. It's well shot. It's well special effects and design in here. It looks good. A girl in a bloody bathtub. You can't go wrong with that. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to have something new and fresh to watch. And the actors in this, a few of them I recognize, and that makes me happy as well because that just gives a little bit more credit to the actual show.
Fueguísimo.
I hate to say it, but I was really into it until they started bringing the kids in, man. The kids were what started to really turn me off about the story. I'm very into the setup and just the work of the parents and what they're apparently doing. I don't know what I've seen that particular actor in who says he hates October, but I know I recognize him, and he seems like he's going to approach this in just a very amusing manner. You know, the whole just kind of jaded after having done it so goddamn long and everything. It's their kids that are bugging me. I don't know what it is. It's kind of maybe the same factor as with the Sabrina trailer a little bit. I don't know. I'm getting a lot, but boy does it look, just beautifully put together. And once again, another show that Netflix is putting. I heard Netflix was spending how many $1 billion
multiple
on
billions
producing
just
new
this
content
year alone.
this
Yeah.
new year. It's insane.
I'm fine with it, dude.
So,
Look at what we're getting. You know what I mean?
It looks well made. I'll definitely give it
Two
that.
brand new properties in January alone between this and Lock and Key. Plus, we're going to get Sabrina coming back as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a packed January for Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, to your credit, since I was intrigued enough by the setup, until the kiddier stuff and the whole high school aspect and whatnot, I will at least give it an episode a try just to see.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Robert,
I am down for this.
Yeah.
Oh yes. I like everything the way this looks because it kind of there's an element of it. If you guys ever watched the show back in the day, Special Unit 2.
No.
Basically, it was kind of like this. They were monster hunters and everything. So between gargoyles, vampires, werewolves, and everything like that, So it's like if that's the kind of setup that they're going, but more with like that family aspect, this is gonna be kick ass.
Yeah.
Like,
so I don't know what you guys are planning, but I will likely have both this and Sabrina done by Sunday, because they drop Thursday and Friday, and it'd be nice to be able to get. No, I mean when they drop. It'd be nice.
I'm like, yeah, wait, what?
No, I'm saying they'll drop.
This
This will drop Thursday, so we'll have 4 days, and then Sabrina will drop Friday, so we'll have 3 days. You'll probably watch Sabrina. You'll probably watch October Faction. I will have watched them both, likely. So we can do those reviews first week and get them done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
So, all right, final trailer. And this is one maybe closer to Fuego's in my heart. I don't know if you were a big gamer in the 90s too. So we're going to do the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis trailer.
Yes.
Now, I did a reaction to the Resident Evil 3 trailer that dropped for the remake. They did a Resident Evil 2 remake in 2019, and it was widely across the board. Many YouTube channels marked it as their best game of 2019.
It was fun.
And I would have too. It was the most fun I had playing a game in 2019.
Hence
So
putting
this
right into
is
production.
Resident Evil 3, and Nemesis is the reason most people want to see Resident Evil 3 come back. We only got a brief shot of him in the first trailer. This is a Nemesis-focused trailer. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
There he is. Ooh, right away.
Hey, easy, lady. I got you.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Name's Carlos, and I'm saving you.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I'm still on the fence about him.
I just want to hear him say stars once.
Countermeasure service.
Star.
The BCS for short.
Dude, it looks good.
Yeah.
These graphics.
Is that Keanu?
Yeah, right?
Isolated.
It's Carlos.
We need help. My men cannot do this alone.
The town's crawling
Yeah.
with freaks. No chance of fighting
Ooh.
around the city.
Hunters.
Why is she here? She's unreliable.
It's me he's after. I'll buy you some time.
Hey, wait! Wait, Jill!
So cinematically.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like Mr. X, except he's got weapons
Yeah.
and tendrils. Say it. Come
Remember
on.
the game he's chasing.
He just said it when he
Oh, there you go.
walked through the door.
He's
just
like
said it now,
chasing you
yeah.
pretty much the entire time, if I remember the game. It's
Ooh.
so long since I played it.
Jill! Jill, what happened? Come in!
Nice.
That's not very far away.
No, not at all.
Nope.
All right, so Marcia, did you guys play through the remake of 2?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy
He's
it?
a huge Resident Evil fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you
I
guys
was
have
a
fun?
Silent Hill fan, but I had a good time.
Yeah?
You know, like, it was fun playing it together and using the maps and doing all the things. So, I'm excited. This looks great. This looks like a lot of fun.
Sweet. Fueguissimo?
Looks rad status. I mean, I played the second one like more extensively than I did 3. I don't even know if I beat 3 in all honesty because I didn't have a PlayStation. I've never owned a PlayStation product, nor will I ever. But yeah,
That's such a dumb stance to take. Just on
it's
principle.
silly on my part, but you know,
PlayStation
it is what
is
it
awesome.
is. Yeah, but just what I saw from your playing the remake, especially of 2, and just
Yeah, there's a full playthrough of 2 on the
changing
channel.
Of like it's no longer the fixed camera aspect that we had in 2 and 3. They didn't change that until. Did they change it with Code Veronica? They kind of...
No, 4.
4, okay,
4
that's
is
right,
when
that's
they
right.
changed it to the action-centric over
And
the
that was
shoulder cam.
And it was 4 or 5 in Africa. That's what I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, 4, 5, and 6 were all that
We're all-
same style.
Okay, yeah, that's right. It was much more shoot-centric, action-heavy and whatnot, as opposed to puzzles and whatnot. There was such a strong story in place in 3, though, you know, because you're still in Raccoon City, but you're just basically following around different characters that you didn't see in 2, and just getting their perspective on all the madness developing. And I do remember the urgency of the Nemesis just pretty much following you throughout the entirety of the game. So
he
more
randomly
of that.
shows up. Like,
Yeah,
he's
constantly.
assigned to randomly... Like, he doesn't even have a set path like Mr. X does in Part 2. Nemesis will randomly show up and fuck your shit up.
You re-see him when he gets back into the police station. You come back out of the safe room and he jumps through the glass. It scared the crap out of me. Oh my god.
So, Robert.
I'm so down for this. But I'm honestly still on the fence on like the redesign of Nemesis. Like I like it, but I don't like the fact of like basically they took Mr. X but tweaked him.
He was always that way though. Nemesis always was just a more gross looking Mr.
But it's
X.
like I don't know. It's like they just with how much they redesigned this, like they didn't really do much even for Mr. X in Resident Evil 2 because he was still basically the same from the original.
Yeah.
So if you guys were going to do that, why not change Mr. X a little bit more?
You can even still argue comparisons to the Tyrant in 1 though. A little
True.
Bit,
Yeah.
So,
Well, they're all offshoots of him.
Yeah. But other than that, like the new graphics and everything, design of the characters, they look beautiful. Like I like the new design of Jill and Carlos. Like, and don't get me wrong, like I like Nemesis. I'm a little sad that they got rid of the Gatling gun for a flamethrower, but you know.
Well, it looks like he might have both.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah. Well, and he had the rocket launcher for most of the game.
True. Yeah.
That's what I
I'm excited, dude. I'm on board for this. My 2 cents is just I'm excited. I loved the Resident Evil 2 remake. This is technically a different team than the one that did the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Okay.
Yeah, because they were both working in tandem.
Yeah,
they couldn't have made this in a year.
Hell no.
No, so they've been working in tandem. So this is a separate team, but they're using a lot of the same assets that the Resident Evil 2 team did.
Same,
so
like engine perhaps or whatever.
yeah, it's the same game engine and stuff like that, but it's still a completely different team developing it. So hopefully it's done as masterfully as Part 2 was, because I mean, Part 2 just took everything about the Resident Evil franchise and just brought it into the new age, because the inventory management, no one does inventory management like that anymore. I mean, Minecraft has a degree of inventory management, but you have a massive inventory. Even Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, you have like this massive weight limit that you can carry. This was old school, where you have like 10 slots, and if you don't have any room, you got to decide, do I want this herb, or do I want to go see if I can survive before I can come back and get this herb?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which is some of the most frustration I ever had playing the original.
Yeah, but it's some of the
Sega
best,
Saturn,
though.
man.
It's some of the best. So
it's all about planning, and
that's why you compact everything.
You
mix.
have to plan. You gotta have a plan figured out.
Well, and for that
reason,
even with Code
save
Veronica on Dreamcast, I got to a point in like it's like nearly 20 hours into the game where I was near done with it, and I hadn't amassed enough like ammunition and like firepower to defeat this particular villain, and so I basically was SOL.
Dude, you know what's the most exciting about this for me? Is that if we got a Resident Evil 2 remake and a Resident Evil 3 remake, you know Code Veronica's got to be next.
That's my
because that was my favorite Resident Evil entry, 100%. I had the Dreamcast, so I had it when it came out, and I loved that. That was my favorite Resident Evil.
I played it on PS2.
Yeah, that's when they ported it to.
I loved it
on
the Dreamcast.
It was like Code Veronica X or whatever. It was like
yeah, because on the Dreamcast you had that little memory card that was visual, and you had your little life bar on that. You could look at your controller.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, I love the SMU.
It had the map on there too. Oh, yeah.
But one thing that's really cool though, with them remaking all these properties, they just bought a bunch of new licenses from all their old games. So they have. Like,
they renewed Dino Crisis.
I know. I was just about to bring that up.
That's the most
so excited
exciting
about that.
That's the most exciting. Silent Hill has to be on.
Oh yeah.
It's not Capcom though. It was a different developer.
That's why.
I want to say it was Namco maybe.
Was it Namco?
I never played the Silent Hill games, so I never played any of them.
Yeah, it was Silent Hill games. It was a different developer.
I was this close to buying the Silent Hill 2 vinyl that's available on mine.
Oh, you should.
Is it worth it?
Yes.
From the movie or the video?
No, the video game.
The video game soundtracks are amazing. I remember. I think I don't know if it was for Silent Hill 2.
It was on Mondo. It's like $35 for a 2 LP set.
I think it might have been The Room. I can't remember which one it was, but when I bought the game, I actually got the soundtrack. I used to listen to that on repeat. It was so good.
Cool.
I'd like to get Alone in the Dark remake. The game. You remember that game?
Yeah.
That movie.
How about a Blue Stinger remake?
Terrible,
yeah, the movie was terrible. The game.
No,
was amazing.
Dino Crisis is going to be dope once we get that, though, because they renewed their license for it, so you know they're hard at work. Because after 2 came out, everyone was like, "Can we get Dino Crisis now?"
We've been asking for it for years.
I think I played that through once, and I don't even remember it at all.
They made 2 more. I want to say
they made 2. Yeah, but each game was different.
Well,
each game was a different type of gameplay.
Well, yeah. The second one was more basically a point system and everything, but you still had Regina from the second.
And 3 was completely different.
Yeah, the 3 was not even on the same realm of the first.
No, it was the gameplay was different and everything.
So
I just love survival horror, man. How about another Dead Space? Those were
those got to come back at some point. Now that Doom is coming, I mean Doom Eternal finally coming out in March again. So Andrew and I will be playing through that for sure. So All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for our quintuple trailer reaction. Let us know in the comments down below, what did you think of each and every one of these trailers. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Marcia.
Gracias, I've been Jaime. Fuego!
Rubber Duel.
And remember, stay scared.